No, it's an interesting question. No, but I think that, and now this is going back, the events in this book are 20 years old now. So we're going back almost a whole generation. And there was still being very feminine in that circle anyway, was looked down upon. If you were deemed a sissy lady boy, something, you were ostracized. So it's like, it's almost as in, every subculture has its own stratifications within the subculture. And that was definitely like the idealized, butch masculine man. That's what was considered the epitome of the most attractive. And so it was actually, and what I could tell sometimes was like, they call it code switching now, where somebody can turn on and off a particular kind of affect. And so I could see some of my friends, once they got, comfortable enough with me, they would act more, they could act more feminine, but they could turn it on and off in a second. And I think the little bit that I'm now exposed to, I still have gay friends. We still go out to the bars, and Denise is included in all that, and loves a lot of my friends. But I see guys now that dress and act in a way that would have been vilified 20 years ago. And at first it was shocking to me. I couldn't believe it. I said, it's almost like a new species of gay man out there. But I think it's a positive thing, because what they think sociologists called it the cult. Gay men had bought into the cult of masculinity, big muscles, super butch. And it's almost like taking on the characteristics of the group that is oppressing you. It's a strange kind of phenomenon. And but it was definitely there. Our group, if somebody was really, really effeminate, they would not have been welcomed. So consequently, I never felt the need to have to, like girl it up or whatever you want to call it, because they were actually one of the things I think if I had, I do say this, my sexuality was never in question. Like I call it hardwired. I was just hardwired straight. I could appreciate attractiveness in a man, but I just couldn't be sexually attracted to them. Even in some cases when I, would want to be, it just wasn't there. And, but I think if I was conflicted about my sexuality, I would not have been as accepted in that world. They would have picked up on that right away. I think one of the things they appreciated about me was that I was straight and I was not judging them in any way, shape, or form. I think they really appreciated that. And I've just, like I said, I've never understood what it was about homosexuality that heterosexual men found so threatening. I never got it. But anyway, when they realized that wasn't an issue with me, like I wasn't conflicted, it seemed like that even brought me farther inside the fold with them. So